Yo, what up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA Live segment for Wednesday, March 4th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. If you haven't come and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily FanDuel and Draftkings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for our DFS needs. So make sure to come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
I'm good, bro. Keeping it busy. Ton of content. There's a lot of content up. It's another busy week in sports. Like you said, NHL, NBA, we got MLB coming. And I didn't tell you before we hopped on the video, but we now have a promo code for MLB. Take 50% off your first month of our All Access VIP membership. Use the code MLB50 at checkout. That's all sports, one membership, complete access to our optimizer, all the tools for that. And you get all of our content for NHL, MLB, did I say NHL? I mean, my brain's kind of fried because of all the stuff we got going on. But you understand, it's NASCAR, PGA, the whole 9 yards. So MLB 50 at checkout, 50% off your first month. It's regular $59.99 membership. Take 50% off that, and come join us, man. There's a ton of content. Our Discord's popping. People are making money every single day. So that's really where it's at.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, hey, we got a 9-game slate today. Definitely, there's some injury news out there. There's a lot of stuff is already out for the most part that's really relevant. So, yeah, man, we'll jump in this video. We'll just kind of go over. We'll kind of go over, the injuries for NBA today. See where we're at. If we got any questions, drop your questions in the comment section. We'll definitely get that done for you. And if not, man, I got a lot of lineups I got to do as well today. So yeah, hey, can you update us really quick on some news that's out right now?
So just now, Mitchell Robinson was ruled out. He will not play today. Prior to that, we had Jaylen Brown ruled out. He's out for at least a week with his injury. Bruce Brown has now been ruled out. So is Tristan Thompson, two guys we talked about on the morning shoot-around, as well as Victor Oladipo. He will not play today. George Hill, he's out. Thomas Bryant, he is out. Gordon Hayward, we've talked about him. He is out. Damian Lillard is probable. Aaron Gordon will play today. Reggie Bullock will also play. I think Reggie Bullock turns into a nice little value play with Mitchell Robinson out. They'll probably play smaller than they normally play when Mitchell Robinson's able to come off the bench. Gary Clark also said he would play. We talked about Gary Clark a couple of days ago. That's really where it's at.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just to kind of touch off what you kind of mentioned right now, Indiana out there with Oladipo out. Definitely you could continue to look at a guy like TJ Warren. Malcolm Brogdon is going to continue to get the massive usage. So he's definitely in play. Those guys are probably the two that get the biggest bump with that. Out there in Cleveland with Drummond out and Tristan Thompson out, I love Kevin Love, and I love Larry Nance. I think both those guys are definitely going to, as long as they don't get in foul trouble, both of those guys are going to get a ton of run. That's one thing that I do like. They're really shorthanded on big guys, so they're going to need them to play a good amount of minutes. Talking about Detroit and Bruce Brown, we talked about this on our morning shoot-around. Definitely a guy that gets a big-time bump with that. A guy that I'm looking at, you're looking at Langston Galloway. He's already playing some minutes. You got Brown out, possibly Knight out. So I definitely like, Langston Galloway out there in Detroit. For the Knicks with Mitchell Robinson out, I definitely agree with you about them playing small ball with Reggie Bullock. But I also think that a guy that will get some extended run will be Bobby Portis at 3,900. We know Bobby Portis is a guy that could definitely fill up the stat sheet. So I think he's a GPP play that we can really consider. Outside of that, what were some of the big pieces of news that you I think I basically touched on everything.
I just said when we did this video a couple of days ago that one of the main guys who has taken a major hit this season with Colin Sexton moving to shooting guard and Darius Garland playing point guard was Cedi Osman. And he went out, played 39 minutes, had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists for 24 fantasy points at a bare minimum price tag. I don't think he's going to give us monster upside, but I definitely think he's a deep tournament play and under the radar play that you can leverage against the field. With Garland out, Sexton plays a point guard. We know Kevin Porter Jr. is a guy that's popular. We know Larry Nance will be popular, and Cedi Osman's a guy that I think you get a piece of this game with that'll be very low owned because he's just off the radar now. But He's been impacted 100% by Sexton moving to shooting guard. Now Sexton plays a point guard in this rotational matchup they have going on tonight without the big men. Osman's another guy I think benefits, man. I just think that's an injury situation where Osman benefits because he'll get more shots.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so hey, real quick one thing our boy Chris is up in the chat and he's talking about we don't sleep. Hey, you're right, bro. Hey, minimum sleep, but hey, we're grinding hard, trying to make this thing happen for everybody, man. So yeah, I mean, if you guys got any questions, you're kind of in between plays, etc. Definitely, hit us in the chat and we'll get to your questions. If not, man, like I said, we got a bunch of lineups to do ourselves, get cash lineups out, etc. What we're waiting is there any guys? We'll just quickly go over it. A couple guys that you absolutely love today.
I think that there's some guys on this slate, being a 9-game slate, that are going to go really under-owned. I think that, you can look at obvious guys and obvious situations like a Marcus Smart. We know Kevin Porter's the value play. There's some really good value that's obvious. But I think a guy like Luka Doncic is going to go – I don't know if anybody's talking about Doncic, but at this price tag, the upside he has, New Orleans is on a back-to-back. It's him and Porzingis in the pick-and-roll game. Doncic has a super high usage rate. I absolutely love him in this spot. People like to pay down at point guard for some reason when there's big names like a Giannis on the slate. I also think that Bradley Beal goes under-owned tonight. And for whatever it's worth, my 3 favorite plays at the moment, Doncic, Beal, and I'm with you. I love Hassan Whiteside in this spot. And I think that this is one of those slates where people get on certain sides of games and they completely forget about the other side. And I think Bobby Portis is a guy that you brought up that's just an outstanding play. And I think a lot of people will look to roll the chalky play of Whiteside against this Washington team that we know struggles against centers, and they're without Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, man. I can't agree more. I have Luka Doncic and I have Whiteside, both of them guys in my core plays today. I think both of them are in really good matchups. And I actually really like Bradley Beal as well. As you said, it's like everybody's going to want to load up Portland. Oh, Portland's going against Washington. But you know what? Portland hasn't been a very good defensive team themselves. If you're going to get Bradley Beal in a matchup against CJ McCollum, who is just an offensive player, hey, I like Bradley Beal a lot in this spot as well. I mean, I think that's a really, really good call. And he's going to come in crazy low-owned. Nobody's going to want to pay no 10.3 for Bradley Beal. And he's definitely been showing us some upside lately. It's not like, we're just kind of saying, hey, play Bradley Beal. I mean, if you look at his past 6 games, he's got you at least 51 fantasy points with 3 62-plus fantasy point games and a 67 fantasy point game. So he's showing us some upside for sure. I think that's a really good call with Bradley Beal.
Some other guys that I really like too is Malik Beasley. He just there's not enough given to what Malik Beasley. You called it too. I remember 2 weeks ago after the trade deadline, you talked about Malik Beasley, that nobody was going to play this guy, and still nobody's really playing Malik Beasley. He had a monster night last night against New Orleans. It's a good matchup tonight against Chicago. I think this guy has a ceiling of around 45 fantasy points. He probably brings you a floor of around 20. Really good stretch between those 2 stats for upside. So Malik Beasley is a guy I really like a lot. The small forward position, Bogdanovich is heating up for Utah. I think that at this price tag, he's a really good leverage play in tournaments. I like him a little bit, but Denzel Valentine is probably my favorite value play at the small forward position. And then for some late game exposure, if you don't want to pay up for Bradley Beal, load up Davis Bertans. This guy, I've talked about it over and over again, but his price tag is too cheap. His minutes are extremely high. He was a starter. He used to be in the $6,000s, the $6,500 range on FanDuel. He's $4,900 tonight. I love Bertans as a one-off play to get you exposure to the last game of the slate.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that's really where we're at, man. We got no more questions, in the chat. We kind of went over everybody that we're liking. Definitely give you guys a bunch of really good plays, some plays that are going to come in very low owned that people aren't going to be on. You guys got 40 minutes still. If you guys want, you need any more of an in-depth analysis on today's slate, go check out. We got about 5 or 6 different articles up for NBA. Definitely go check those out. Still have time to go check out NHL as well. And hey, man, good luck on your guys' contest tonight. All right, peace out.